Let's do this. Let's get started. So, most important is that you are sitting or lying down comfortably. For breath work, you are welcome to be seated, or you can also lie down. And quiet environment, if possible, turning off any distractions like your phone or the TV. And then also a nice, quiet, dark room. You can dim the lights or just have candlelight or moonlight. And then anything else that helps to create a calming, relaxing environment for yourself. Some people like to use an eye pillow. So you might put your eye pillow on now or hold off and use it for yoga nidra. Up to you. Each week, we start with about 15 minutes of breath work. So we'll begin now, resting your eyes and simply observing the breath. So in these first few moments, allow yourself to transition from the day into a receptive state of simply being with the breath. I encourage you, if possible, to breathe through the nose as we have these little nerve endings in the nostrils that help us to relax. These little nerve endings are connected to the body's innate relaxation response, the parasympathetic nervous system, also known as rest and digest, pretend and befriend. So simply breathing through the nose, effortless, observing the breath, beginning to invite a state of tend and befriend. Notice where within the body you most sense the breath and let that be your focal point for the mind. An anchor for the mind. Feel the breath moving in and the breath moving out, noticing the inhalation and the exhalation. Nothing to do, nothing to change, simply observing. And as you observe the breath, beginning to connect to your body through the breath, notice if there's any adjustment to make in your position so you can be a little more comfortable. And if there's any adjustment to make now or at any point in time, take the time to make the adjustment so that you may return to the breath, observing the breath in this effortless state of being, sensing the breath as it is, allowing body and mind, including the nervous system, to fully arrive in this moment. And easier said than done, but if the mind wanders, you become distracted, lost in a thought or a story, gently return to the sensation of breathing. This practice on its own, observing the breath, can be quite a powerful meditation technique. Training the mind to anchor itself to the breath, slowing down the busyness, of the mind, the nervous system, returning home, returning inward to a state of being. Now move into our second breath practice. But before doing so, give yourself a slow, deep breath from the belly. Breathe in through the nose. Big stretch for your lungs, your rib cage. Exhale through the mouth, nose, or lips. Letting go, perhaps with a sigh, perhaps an audible sigh. Releasing. Might follow the deep breath with a couple of natural restful breaths. And then, as if the first was a warm up, take another round. Breathing in, a little more stretch, a little more opening, a little more sensation of breath. Exhaling, mouth, nose, or lips, bigger release, bigger letting go. Perhaps an audible sigh or even a lion's breath. Ha! Notice the emptiness that follows, the natural breath that returns. And then give yourself one more round. Slow, deep breath from the belly through the nose. Take it all in. And let it all go. Ah. And then natural breath. We're going to follow this with chakra breathing. So a breath practice that is designed to gently activate or awaken energy within the energy channels or the chakras, little wheels of energy that run along the spine, from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. There's 7 total. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 7 short inhalations. They're going to be back-to-back inhalations, just these kind of rhythmic, tiny sips of breath in, one for each of the 7 chakras. And then we'll take a little pause at the top after the 7th round. And then you can exhale, mouth, nose, or lips, every way that feels good for you. Okay, so the breath is initiated from the belly through the nose. Follow your next exhalation to emptiness, completion. And then begin sniffing the breath in through the nose, 7 short rhythmic sips of breath. Pause at the top. Exhale any way that feels good. Natural breath to follow. And then let's do another round. Follow your next exhale to completion. And then 7 short rhythmic sips of breath, breathing in, one right after the other. Begin. Pause at the top. Hold the breath in. Ease up through your shoulders. And then let it go. Mouth, nose, or lips. Natural breath. And then one more round together. Follow your next exhale to completion. And then begin your 7 short rhythmic sips of breath, breathing in. Pause at the top. Soften your eye. As you feel ready, let it go. Natural breath. And then 3 more rounds back to back on your own. If you would like to take natural breath in between, totally fine. But see what it feels like perhaps to take 3 rounds of these 7 short rhythmic sips of breath, stacking each inhale on top of the other, exhaling any way that feels good. Feel free to begin now or at any time. Take a little pause at the top. And as you exhale, feel for a release of stagnant energy, tension, excess effort. Allow the inhalations to feel bright and uplifting, and the exhale to leave you feeling grounded and settled. When you finish your 3rd round, no rush. Let go of the technique. Let natural, restful breath return. Now that we have awakened the lungs, the energy channels along the spine, we'll take the time to now down-regulate the nervous system with a focus on slightly longer exhalations. To begin, feel for breathing from the belly through the nose. Feel for full, complete exhalations. Breathe in again through the nose. Perhaps breathe in to a count of 4. And then the exhales become a little longer, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose to a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 5. We'll begin to further stretch out the exhalation. Inhale to a count of 4. Breathe in through the nose from the belly. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, breathe in through the nose, count of 4. Exhale for a count of 6. Further stretching the exhalation. Inhale to a count of 4. Exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale to a count of 4. Exhale from a count of 7. And then at last, beginning to double the exhalation relative to the inhale. Breathe in to a count of 4. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale to a count of 4. Exhale from a count of 8. Continue taking 3 more rounds on your own. Exhaling any length of time that feels just right for you. You can go back to 7 or 6 or 5, or you can further extend to 9, 10, or 11. Or perhaps you hold it at 8. Allow yourself to linger in the last round, linger in the exhalation. Sensing a moment of emptiness, perhaps stillness at the very end. And then release the technique, let go of the effort, and let natural breath return. Notice, observe the breath, any internal shift that might be happening or taking place within you. Check in with the physical comfort of your body. After about 15 minutes of stillness, you might need or feel the need to make another adjustment. Now would be a good time as we're ready to transition into the practice of Yoga Nidra. So if you were seated for breath work, this might be a good time to lie down. As we bring on a state of stillness, the body tends to cool off a bit. So you might feel a little chilly, a little chillier, a little cooler than when we began. So check in with your feet, your toes, your fingertips. You need another blanket. Feel free to grab one. Also a good time to be sure you have your eye pillow, if using one, having it resting comfortably over the eyes. Feeling for the weight of the eye pillow around the bones of the eyes, around your eyebrows, your temples, your cheekbones. That weight of the eye pillow can be quite grounding for the mind. Arms resting by your side. Perhaps palms are open skyward, allowing for an external release, rotation of the shoulders and some broadening across your chest, lungs, and heart space. Opening the heart space, allowing yourself to receive this guided meditation of yogic sleep. Yoga Nidra, allowing for a state of deep inner relaxation, almost like deep sleep for the body, allowing the mind to be as it is, but inviting the mind into a quiet state of awareness. Any last changes to be a little more comfortable? When the body is comfortable and the body feels held and supported, the nervous system can transition from the stress response to the relaxation response, allowing for deeper layers of rest and healing to unfold, just as it happens in deep sleep. Allow your eyes to close gently, softness around the corners of your eyes, your cheekbones, releasing tension in the jaw, especially upper jaw, lower jaw, and the space between. And the breath remains effortless, inviting the mind to connect to the body through the breath, breathing the breath in the most natural, restful way possible. Allow yourself this time. Invite yourself into the stillness. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Simply to be present with oneself in a place of comfort and deep inner relaxation. Feel for the body breathing in Exhaling, letting go. As we prepare for the Yoga Nidra journey, this journey of stillness, we often take the time to create what's called your inner sanctuary. For tonight's practice, for your inner sanctuary, you might imagine that you are resting inside a deep, warm winter cave. This cave is quiet and protective. Its walls are solid and steady, holding you in comfort and care. Outside the walls, the world is cold and still. Inside, there is warmth and safety. The air is calm and spacious, and the breath feels nourishing. The body feels insulated and soft, free of tension, free of effort. Your body instinctively knows how to rest here in this deep, warm winter cave. And if the image of a winter cave does not work for you, feel free to create the image and experience of your own personal inner sanctuary by visiting a real or imagined place that feels and invites warmth and safety. Taking in the essence of your inner sanctuary, you might now bring to mind a simple, nourishing intention for your practice. A quiet truth that you are inviting to take root through rest. As you create or connect to your intention, speak your intention as a short phrase, a few words in the present tense, speaking your intention as truth. Something you might like to receive, to embody, or perhaps a statement that supports healing and deep restoration. Whatever your intention might be, repeat it to yourself or out loud 3 times. Speak it with clarity, slowly and gently, as if planting a seed into rich winter soil. And then breathe it in and let it go, trusting that the seed of your intention has now been planted. Sense your whole body breathing. Feel for the inhalation and the exhalation, and notice as the breath remains natural and restful, effortless. Notice what each component of breath has to offer. Notice the inhale and how your body responds. Notice the exhale and how your body and mind respond. Notice the breath and the invitation offered by the inhalation and the exhalation. And as you take the time to strengthen your awareness of the breath, awareness of your body through the breath, we'll now begin to rotate awareness throughout the body, taking a journey through the body, with the practice of a body scan. And in this practice, we're doing so in the most effortless way possible, allowing for softening and release. As you shift your attention and awareness to each part of the body that you hear, allowing for a feeling of heaviness and feeling grounded in each part of the body, sensing through the breath, a softening, a release, and the feeling of heaviness, feeling grounded and held by your awareness. We'll begin, as always, sensing the whole body, breathing the breath. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. Invite softness and a release. And then notice the feelings of heaviness and being grounded and held in the whole body. And then sense your attention moving toward the right side of your body. Bringing your attention to the right side of the body as you sense the right side of the body, breathing the breath. Bring your attention to the palm of the right hand, breathing the breath. And the tip of the right thumb, breathing the breath. Right index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and the pinky, back of the right hand, right wrist, and the whole right arm, forearm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder blade, collarbone, and the space between. Right side of the rib cage, right side lung, right side of the heart center, right side waist, low belly, low back, and the space between. Right hip, and the whole right leg, upper thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, top of the right foot, sole of the right foot, right big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth. Sense the whole right side of the body, breathing the breath, inviting softening, release, as you sense right side of the body, grounded and held by your awareness. Shifting your attention to the left side. Feel your attention moving to the left side of the body, beginning to sense left side of the body, breathing each breath, inviting softness and a release, beginning to sense left side of the body, feeling grounded and held by your awareness of the breath. Left side of the body, breathing the breath, palm of the left hand, breathing the breath. Tip of the left thumb, left index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and the pinky, back of the left hand, left wrist, and the whole left arm, forearm, elbow, upper arm, left shoulder blade, collarbone, and the space between. Left side of the rib cage, left lung, left side of the heart space, left side waist, low belly, low back, and the space between, left hip, and the whole left leg, upper thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, top of the left foot, sole of the left foot, left big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth. Sense the entire left side of the body, breathing the breath, inviting softness and a release, sensing left side of the body, feeling grounded and held by your awareness. Begin to sense the back of the body, your attention moving towards the back of the body. Feel for the breath, inviting softness and a release, and the feeling of being grounded and held in the back of your body. Bottoms of your feet, heels, and the back of your legs, calves, upper back thighs, back of your knees, tip of the tailbone, center of low back, back of the hips, the entire back side of your spine, back of the rib cage, lungs, heart center, space between the shoulder blades, outer edges of the shoulder blades, and the back of your shoulders, and the arms, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, back of the wrists, hands, and fingers. Sense the skin on the back of the neck, base of the skull, back of the head. From the crown of your head to your fingertips to your toes, sense the entire backside of the body, breathing the breath, inviting softness and a release as the back of the body feels grounded and held by your awareness. Bring your attention to the front of the body. Feel your attention moving toward the front of the body. Sense the breath. Front side of the body, breathing the breath, inviting softness and a release as the front side of the body feels grounded and held by your awareness. Sense the front side of the body, breathing the breath, center of the forehead, temples, space between the eyebrows, cheekbones, upper jaw, lower jaw, back of the tongue, front side of your neck, and the space between the collarbones, front side of the rib cage, lungs, heart space, front of the shoulders, and the inner arms, biceps, inner elbows, forearms, wrists, and the palms of your hands, fingertips. Sense the navel center, space above, and the space below. Deep low belly, front of the hips, and the front side of your legs. Thighs, kneecaps, shins, tops of your feet, tips of the toes. From the toe tips to your fingertips to the crown of the head, sense the entire front side of the body, breathing the breath. And then feel all sides of the body as one, as your attention and awareness holds all sides of the body as one, front and back of the body, left and right, all sides of the body as one whole integrated self, whole body, breathing the breath. inviting softness into release, sensing whole body feeling grounded, held by your awareness. And as you hold the entire body, from the space within you to the expanded space beyond you, as you hold your awareness in the body, begin to explore contrasting sensations within, allowing your awareness to widen and to expand so that you might begin to hold opposing sensation within the body, holding space for both. Begin to notice where within the body you sense the feeling of darkness. Notice the feeling of darkness within the body and where within the body you sense darkness. And then notice the opposite. Notice sensation of light. Notice sensation of light like a soft, steady inner glow. Notice sensation of light within the body and where within the body you notice sensation of light. And then notice both darkness and light. Notice both. Rather than choosing one over the other, notice both, allowing your awareness to expand into a space that holds both as one continuous spectrum of sensation within the body. Notice where within the body you sense fullness, the feeling of fullness within the body. Notice where within the body you sense this feeling of fullness. And then notice the opposite. Notice emptiness. Notice where within the body you sense emptiness and how your body might experience the feeling of emptiness. And then notice both fullness and emptiness. Fullness and emptiness within the body. Allow your awareness to expand, holding space for both fullness and emptiness as one continuous spectrum of sensation within the body. And then begin to notice where within the body you sense sadness. Notice the feeling of sadness in your body. Notice the experience of sadness within the body. And then notice the opposite. Notice the feeling of joy. Notice the feeling of joy in your body, where within the body you sense joy, and how your body experiences the feeling of joy. And then notice both sensations, sadness and joy. Allow your awareness to expand, holding space for both sadness and joy as one continuous spectrum of sensation within the body. And then allow yourself some time to notice, to experience other sensations within the body, perhaps pairs of contrasting sensations within the body, allowing each pair to arise and to then dissolve naturally, like the breath forming and fading on a cold winter morning. Within the expanded space of your awareness, there is room for all, resting in the spacious awareness that holds every sensation and emotion with ease and deep inner relaxation. And it's within this state of expanded awareness, deep inner relaxation, that I invite you to feel the natural heaviness of winter settling through you, your muscles softening and repairing, bones, tendons, and ligaments supported and restored. The organs within the body can begin their quiet nighttime work, the heart steady, the lungs breathing with ease, and the brain releasing tension and effort from the day. Sense your nervous system shifting into a state of balance, digestion and circulation moving efficiently, calmly. Within this wintering cave, nothing needs your attention. Simply allowing for your experience, held by your awareness. Allow yourself to drift into an almost sleep-like state, not trying to stay awake, nor trying to fall asleep, just hovering, and sense this hovering between wakefulness and dreaming. If thoughts arise, allow them to dissolve into the cave walls. If sleep briefly comes, enjoy it. This deep rest teaches the body how to sleep well later in the evening, how to surrender into the night, and to receive deep healing rest. Feel for a gentle warmth spreading from the heart space throughout the body and beyond. Allow your body to feel cocooned, protected, and at ease. Like a butterfly resting before emergence, nothing is required of you now. Sense the subtle changes happening beneath the surface, energy restoring, strength gathering. Let go of the need to see or to understand the process. Simply sense and feel your body knowing how to heal in stillness. And as you rest in wholeness, the state of integration, sense the body as one field of sensation, warm, quiet, and held. Allow yourself time to linger here, resting in your winter cave, held by darkness, comforted by warmth, held by your awareness. And it's from this place within you, this state of being, you might now take the time to return to your statement of truth, returning to your intention, your words, your phrase. You might see it with your mind's eye. Feel it within your body. And with the whole body, listen to the sound, the words, as you repeat your intention, your statement of truth, another 3 times, either out loud or from within. And then again, breathe it in and let it go. Trusting the seed has been planted through stillness and will take root in the journey that lies ahead. Trusting oneself, trusting the process, and the practice of deep breaths. If you have the time and you would like to linger here longer, taking in these last few moments of your deep rest journey, feel free. Taking as much time as you need, as you like. When you are ready to transition outward, you can do so with the breath. As we began, a slow, deep breath in through the nose from the belly. Exhaling any way that feels good. Mouth, nose, or lips. Linger in the exhalation. And then another quiet moment as you sense the feeling of gratitude, feeling grateful to oneself for showing up to care for yourself through this practice of stillness. And it's within this state of gratitude that we will conclude the Yoga Nidra journey. The journey has now officially ended. Again, you can rest longer if you like. You can take another slow, deep breath. When you are ready to transition outward into the evening ahead, please do so slowly, mindfully, taking time to gently move your body first, or perhaps stretch, taking a few quiet moments seated before standing. From my heart to yours, I'd like to thank each one of you for showing up this evening and for allowing me to share this practice of deep rest with each of you. I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Please stay safe, stay warm, and I hope to see you next week. Namaste. Please enjoy the quiet space as we end. Have a good night, everyone.